the Pleasure Network community AMA update. And I know we have some new faces that are here. We've had some recent price action. We have new members rolling in as we're ramping up our short, midterm, and long-term global marketing strategies and initiatives. We are ready for this. We've been building in the background while other cryptos have been focusing on pure hype, while we have actually brought in both utility and hype, and we are increasing and ramping up our marketing endeavors. So I know that we have a lot of new faces. I want to thank and welcome all the new members that are here on this call, investors and creators alike, as well as anybody that's been existing with us over the last few years as we've been in the building phase. So, before we move forward, I really do want to mention one thing, and that is that anyone that is here right now, whether you've been here since the start, whether you've come here recently, whether you've come here today, just know that you're in the right place, because we are a team that is dedicated to a mission and a cause of making sure that we become that global powerhouse force in the adult crypto space. We're doing it in decentralized fashion, and I believe that we are the new crypto on the block that people are going to notice, and they are already noticing us. And whatever you've invested with us, just remember your funds are safe, because this is a legitimate long-term play, and we are going to be growing together. Growth happens with large numbers, and we are in a large scaling type environment now. I'm fired up. I came here and I joined this team recently. One of the things that I loved about joining this team is that there is a massive team in place. There's major commitments on our tech. There's major commitments on our development. There's major commitments on ensuring that we are getting to our destination, which is a global top crypto in the adult space. And we're going to get there. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And I believe that now's the time. And now we're all here together, and we're really excited to share more about what we have planned. One thing is this updated roadmap. We have spent a lot of time perfecting and refining it, and we believe that this is a separator that puts us in a class of our own. And we'll delve into a little bit more of this a little later as well. But I want you all to remember that you are here right at the beginning. So give yourselves a pat on the back. Congratulate yourselves for having the foresight to be able to recognize what is a good cryptocurrency project or company to invest in as well. So great job on that. Today's been a very fantastic day. I see that we have had some great growth. Doesn't mean we're going to stop there. And, I tell you, we are still, in my mind, an early cap play. We are still extremely undervalued. And, we have room for parabolic growth, and that is our aim. And we are going to do that, but do it in a way that's sustainable. And we're really excited. I have Mark here on the call as well. We're going to be discussing a little bit further more around some of our updated roadmap plans. And we do have a surprise bit of news as well. This has to do with what is going to make us a central umbrella company in the adult space. We're going to talk about a particular partnership that may be coming into play, and we'll discuss why that's important. So, first things first, again, thank you everyone for being here on the call as well. I'm really, really fired up. I want to get Mark to now introduce himself as well, and then we will move on to some of these plans that we have to share for you, but furthermore, to also be able to answer any of your questions that you may have as well.
Thank you very much, Majid. I appreciate that. I'm in awe every time you speak. In awe every time. I see there's a lot of questions and stuff about me. As everyone knows, Mark Hassel. I'm the CMO of the Pleasure Network and in charge of creator onboarding. I'm the one without no hair with the beard that needs to be trimmed, and the beard's getting trimmed tomorrow. I couldn't get it done beforehand, so I do apologize everyone on that. We got some great stuff, and it's been busy. I think a lot of what we've got coming up today and what we want to talk about, the roadmap, the marketing, the other stuff that we've got, it's going back to the 12 days. We already said when we did the 12 days, we had 12 months, 12 years of so much going on. And now you will see from the roadmap, we've got that's all there. So Yeah, I mean, I won't talk too much more. Let this topic kick off. But yeah, thank you, everyone. Thanks very much for coming along today and for all the new faces. Because I see we've been pumping today. So yeah, welcome everyone. Over to you, Majid.
Great, great. Yes, yes. So when we talk about the updated roadmap here, one of the big things that we believe is going to be a center and a cornerstone for our endeavors and plans, is that conversion of individuals from Web 2 to Web 3. I know that sometimes it can be a steep learning curve for people who want to get involved in crypto and people who maybe want to buy crypto, or maybe if they learn about NSFW and they want to buy NSFW, we can confirm that, we have, this is something that's been in the works for quite a while. We have, and you can see on that roadmap, a pleasure guide education platform. This is meant to bring the proper tools to allow creators to be able to market to their fans on how to buy, own, hold, and use NSFW across our core brands, which is Pleasurely, our social media platform that we have, Pleasure Nifty, which is our adult NFT marketplace, and Pleasureland, which is our metaverse. And I want to mention one thing. We have 3 existing establishing working products, with Pleasurely being the first working product now, and we have further developments going alongside all 3 of them. And we do have some amazing news that'll be happening around our metaverse as well. We have had one of our developers has been speaking with some of the biggest names in the gaming space, since we're trying to gamify NSFW within the metaverse. So, stay tuned for news on that. But this is the big thing, is we already have 3 established core working products. And now we're in a position where we are able to expand our reach and have people learn about us, own us, and use us within our ecosystem. And the goal is to create synergy across all of our ecosystems and our subsidiary brands, and to make NSFW the central adult crypto in the crypto space. And some of the ways that we've been doing that, we did have a recent acquisition of Vice World, which was another smaller adult crypto. We managed to bring on new team members. We managed to be able to bring more personnel with that. We saved the community in doing so. And, as the saying goes, instead of competing with the competition, you own the competition, so to speak. And, we are going to be doing more and more of that, because we are going to become that central adult crypto in the space. And we are actually even looking and developing our own blockchain, if you can see that as well, if you look on our roadmap. But one of the big things that's coming soon is the Pleasure Guide. And this is going to bridge that gap for people who are non-crypto-centric investors to become crypto-centric investors. And this is happening this quarter, right? And that's going to be a big, big piece of news there as well. We are in discussions now. We're ready for it. I always say timing is everything. During the recent bear market that we had, I would say we're in a neutral market now. Bullish indicators have been coming, but we're not there yet. Yes, Bitcoin has pumped almost 2 times since its sort of local all-time low as well. So we're in this neutral market, but I really believe that Pleasure Network is creating its own bull market. And because if you look at the way that things have happened recently in the market and the way that we've grown, people see the value in what we're building. See, you need to show value first before you can receive anything. And I think that right now, when we look at our community, we look at our community of investors, we look at our community of creators, we look at the team, people who have, most of them have been here from the very beginning. There's a saying, a man without a vision shall perish, but you need to have stick-to-itiveness in order to deliver. And the biggest problem with cryptos today, many of them, and I deal with this on a day-to-day basis, they either overpromise and underdeliver, or they don't keep their promises. And furthermore, they just don't know how to properly handle developing a company. See, we are a proper company. We don't have a sales tax. I've noticed we have some people who have asked in the chat, some new members, they say, what's the tax percentage on this? 0. If we were to do that, then we are just like every other type of crypto in the Binance Smart Chain that relies on tokens to fund the operations of the business. See, this is not what we're doing here. We went taxless for a reason. It's more challenging, but it cements ourselves and it provides the brand impression to the world that we are around because we are a sustainable business and we are continuing to look at ways to generate revenue streams for the business, but also for our creators. See, that's why we have a lot of amazing dedicated creators now that are with us now, because we are creating new monetization streams. If you look at even Q2 of 2023, you'll see that even on Pleasurely, direct messaging is going to be coming out very, very soon. You can already tip creators. You can already subscribe to creators' content already. You know, we are really the competitors to OnlyFans, but because we're doing it in a decentralized fashion and we're adding the education component to it as well, you know, it becomes a no-brainer, because that breeds things like anonymity, for example, no chargebacks for creators, right? Privacy is a big, big issue, cutting out intermediaries, right? So the thing is, you know, I'm here speaking to you all today, not speaking to you about future promises, but telling you that we're already there. Like, we have our core brands, we have our products, we have the team in place, we are ramping up marketing. There is not a single adult crypto like ours right now. And the truth is, all of you know this deep in your hearts and in your minds as well. What is one of the biggest things that sells? We know this. It's sex, and it's also fantasy, right? And, you know, so we are bringing that fantasy both in the real world and in the virtual world as well. You know, I haven't even gone into what Pleasureland is doing and what our developers are doing there for our state-of-the-art metaverse, right? So if any new members are here today, stay tuned for news on that. We have some amazing, I would call them commercialized unveil videos around our metaverse, and as well as our Pleasurely, even Pleasure Nifty as well. You know, there's a lot that's going on right now, and there's a lot more to be coming. And of course, I know you're all thinking this, exchanges, right? Everyone wants to be on more exchanges. See, what we believe as a core team, we believe on two mantras. One is, when it comes to marketing spend, we need to make sure that the effects of our marketing spend is useful marketing spend. See, we are like the treasurers of your investments, right? And we have to always be careful on the timing on when we spend. But we believe we're ready now to expand our reach. We believe we're ready now to be able to allow more access and availability for people across all kinds of geographies, all kinds of locations, to be able to buy, own, hold, and use NSFW in an ecosystem that has synergy and that allows people to stay and enjoy in that ecosystem. This is meant to be fun as well. See, we're all in a position here. We are all trying to become financially independent. We're all trying to become financially free. But, you know, the beautiful thing is we can all do it together, and we are going to be doing it together. And this is one of the reasons why I love being involved in companies like this. You know, I love the fact that we can all grow together. See, you are all here very, very early. I want you all, if you're listening, go look at the roadmap right now. Name one other crypto in our space that is as ambitious in the plans and our aims and our goals that we're doing. You cannot name one, right? You know, and this is something that gets me fired up, you know, and gets me super amped up, because I do believe that we are just very close to greatness, and we are already on the path to greatness as well. See, you know, we're now in a position where we can, once this Pleasure Guide education platform launches, we can go onboard mass creators, right? We have fiat on-ramping that's coming soon for people to be able to buy crypto, being able to tip their the creators on Pleasurely as well. You know, being able to utilize what is the problems that are being faced in the adult space. We're providing all those solutions right now, and there's going to be more to come, right? So exchange listings are coming. Further development is going to be happening across our core brands. We are looking at extreme and major partnerships across our core brands as well. Fiat onboarding is coming. You know, we are going to have also a very unique creator investor staking rewards program. I tell you, this has been never done before, right? The gamification that we're creating within our staking rewards program is going to create an environment and an economy that is not only self-sustaining, but it's self-generating in and of itself, right? And, you know, so we are doing so many things. And I think the big thing is right now, I think we are ready to market and we are ready to move forward. I know Mark is gonna share a little bit more around some of what we're doing on the marketing side, on the live side, on the brand building side, on further initiatives to bring people in from Web 2 into the Web 3 space, because it's still a small space, right? And we're there to pioneer that transition for people as well. So Mark, before I move on to some other points, feel free to share a little bit more about an amazing live event that we're going to be attending soon.
So yeah, so I've mentioned it into the chat a while back, which was the Snap Awards. But I wanted to give a little bit more background and why it's going to benefit us. So one of the things that you obviously you said, Majid, is that we're picking and choosing what we're doing. Okay, we're being very careful what we're doing. We're kind of we need to make sure that what we do has the utmost benefit. And one of these obviously opportunities is very much the Snap Award. So Sport Network for Adult Professionals, non-profit community interest company that represents the interests of the adult industry across performers, creators, producers, webmasters, etc. They provide support, education, advice. And this year, as everyone knows, I am involved in that. I am the chairperson of that, but I've got obviously a whole group of people with me. We've got the first awards that's actually taking place under the Snap name, but the first awards within the Snap brand for 5 years because of COVID and everything else. We are now aligning ourselves with those awards alongside some massive players. So aligning our brands, our ecosystems alongside it, which will give mass benefits, not just to our platforms, but the whole brand. So the key part of doing this, again, we always talk about this and everyone knows my views on this. Creators are important. By supporting this, we're supporting creators. We're rewarding creators, which we want to do. So the awards take place in June 15th in London. Fantastic venue. There will be between probably 600, 700, 800 people attend on the night from the industry. So we'll be able to showcase our brand and our products directly to creators, performers, people within the industry. But the key part about this whole element of this, the tie-up and stuff that we've got, is that it's not about mass marketing on one night. It's about we're probably going to get 3 to 4 months worth of marketing from this. So that will include branding on web banners on the site. If anyone hasn't been to the Snap site, we've got our Pleasurely banner up and running on the Snap site now. We've got one for Pleasure Nifty coming, which will be up for a minimum of 3 months. We've got branded on flyers and social media. We'll have roller banners at the event, logos on everything, including the awards. We'll get to present the awards. If everyone's seen that whenever someone votes in the categories that we're sponsored, we're tagged in those. So we're getting kind of pushes through our social media channels. So what we're basically doing is align ourselves with some of the most voted for categories as well. So we were quite lucky enough to be able to get Pleasurely to sponsor the content creator category, which was fantastic, to align ourselves with our core audience. Pleasure Network has labelled us one of the headline sponsors of the whole awards, alongside Cam4, Loyal Fans, and Your Sexual Health. So in a short period of time, we're aligning ourselves alongside some massive brands already. As I mentioned, we're sponsoring the content creator category. Just to give you, for instance, 4 of the nominees within that category have followers of over 1 million. So we're going to piggyback on that. We're going to piggyback on these creators and so on. So there's lots of stuff around it. With Pleasure Nifty as well, we're obviously going to be we're sponsoring the niche performer category. 3 of the big names there got followings over 500k. So what we're trying to do with this is not just align ourselves with one night, but align ourselves with rewarding and with creators and everything else. Obviously, the big news around it as well, with the hard work that our teams have done, and as everyone's seen, Pleasurely has been nominated in the Fan Site of the Year category, which is awesome. So we've got people like OnlyFans and their loyal fans, Just for Fans, Admire Me, Fansly, and Share, people that have been around for a long time and doing great things. Pleasurely is nominated within that category. So this is massive. It's what we're trying to build is we're trying to build not only just getting fans on the site, but looking after creators, rewarding them, and trying to get the brand out into as many places as possible. And this is just one of very small ways that we're doing stuff. So we're supporting a live event, but we're also supporting the 2 months beforehand, the 2 months after. So that's what we're doing from an adult marketing perspective. If anyone's not doesn't know as well, we've got a new social media manager that's come on board recently. And he's fantastic. It's somebody that Majid's worked with in other projects. He's already kind of hit the ground running, and he's working alongside me, working alongside Majid and Jordana that come over from Vice World. And what the plan is there is to really pick up what we're doing, to really get our brand across as many social media platforms as possible. So really spreading our wings. So we're upping our game on Twitter. We're upping our game on Instagram. TikTok. We now have a TikTok account, which the social media manager has set up. We've upped our game on Medium. We've upped our game on Reddit. We've got FetLife. Got so many bits and pieces that we're doing. So we're spreading our wings as we possibly can with what we're doing. So we're thinking about our marketing. We're going down all the channels. We're aligning with great initiatives. We're using the tried and tested social medias, and there's more to come. I'm working with the team on traffic building. So we're looking at ways in which we can increase traffic for adult traffic for our platforms. So many things that we're doing. And like I said, these are not being taken lightly. There's a lot of research going into it. And like we said, we've got team members that are really supporting what we're doing. So, I mean, that's just on the adult side. There's so many stuff that we're looking to do. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. And I think we had some other possible marketing as well, didn't we? Some stuff around maybe crypto or something, some sort of crypto exchanges or some sort of CMC stuff or something that's going on at the moment as well, isn't it, with Majid? I don't know what that is.
No. So, again, like I told you, we are in talks with, multiple exchanges. We do know that it's really, really important to expand our reach and to, ensure availability of access for NSFW. But before I get into further, I want to circle back. I mean, like I said, we have our 3 core products. We have Pleasurely, Pleasure Nifty, and Pleasureland. We have Metaverse, Adult Marketplace, and our social media platform, right? But it's all fueled by NSFW, and we are creating modes of access already. I believe even on Pleasurely, you can purchase and make purchases outside of NSFW, but obviously with incentive to make sure it is NSFW. There's already incentives in place for that. But some of the later developments that we'll be doing, and this is the key point. See, few things. One, you're only as strong as your tech when it comes to companies, especially a company like ours. And, we have quality tech. Number 2 is, we have a team of over 20 individuals here. So as the saying goes, more hands makes heavy work feel light. So the efficiency and the speed to market, as well as our ability to attract people to come and own NSFW, we're miles ahead because we have more firepower on our belts. But the big thing, the one thing I want to talk about that I'm really, really loving, there's going to be some unique for the token. We're adding some new utilities to the token itself, and we're going to be making NSFW as well a central payment currency for all kinds of cryptos in the adult space. And we'll see in the future if we want to maybe expand off of that as well. So we're adding more development, we're adding more solutions as well. And this is huge, right? And as we move forward, and you can look through the roadmap, you will see that there is going to be eventually, not only will our metaverse be even more further developed, and it's already in its, I would say, some elements of it is in its beta phase. If you haven't heard about our pink dolls and you haven't heard about our pink passes, make sure to try to own a pink pass as soon as possible, because that grants you certain rights and privileges. But we're even taking it a step further on the metaverse side. See, we're creating a tech tree as well as a unique community voting platform. So, you as a community are going to have a hand and a say in the direction of some later developments of this metaverse. So it's going to be community first. And it's just, I think that's also amazing. And of course, lastly, you can see that not only are we trying to target the gaming industry on the metaverse side with NSFW, but but we are going to be creating our own blockchain eventually. So you see that with our roadmap, we have an extremely bullish roadmap. It spans till 2025. But the key point here is we don't stop marketing now. We don't stop gaining exposure now. We don't stop making sure that we grow together now, because everybody wins. And this is the most beautiful thing, right? So we grow together, and more comes all the time. And we have so much in the pipeline, and we can't wait to share more of it with you. And the last thing that I'll share, which I think is really important, this is, like I said, it's going to cement us as that, I would say, that powerhouse adult crypto in this crypto space. And it's a big thing, is, as I said, we acquired Vice World recently. We are in discussions with further acquisitions as well, right? Other cryptos are now coming to us, asking us and wanting to also be acquired by us, because they see that by joining us, more people together will win, right? So it's very, very exciting times ahead. I'm really happy that we have new faces here. I'm not here to sell you on a dream, because I believe that what we have to offer already sells itself. But I am here to tell you one thing, and that's that you're all in the right place. And if you have bought, I would honestly argue that it is a great time to be buying. And I say that with caution. Always do your own research, right? And always be cautious before you buy. But I think the proof is in the pudding, and I think that what we're doing is extremely innovative and different. And the more eyes come to view us and understand us and learn about us, we're on a one-way trip, right? And that's up, right? So I think right now, I think the big focus of this call was to really, really discuss how we're so passionate about this updated roadmap. We love our community. We love our investors. We have so many people that are backing this right now, that in my mind, it is impossible for us not to get to and not to become one of the top cryptos in the world. Like I firmly believe this. And if some of you don't believe it yet, you will believe it as time goes on. So I think right now, I think it would be a very good time to see if anyone has any questions at the moment. Maybe they can discuss some of this. Maybe where would they be, Mark? Where would they be asking some questions here? In the YouTube live, they can be asking some questions, or even in the main chat as well.
Let's have a look.
We'll check with some of our mods if there's any questions as well.
While you're doing that, I'll just add something as well to this. Is one of the things you said about buying, investing in the project, and about doing your own research. At the end of the day, you have to do that with everything. If you want to get involved with a business within the adult space that's doing amazing things, that's building, that's offering decentralization, that's offering fantastic USPs to creators, to fans, that's building something, that has an amazing community, that has a coin that's been stable, that has great products, content creation, NFT marketplace, metaverse, and you want to be in this space, we're the place to be. That is the long and short of it is. So yeah, that's definitely my thing. I know there's a question about an open letter. Do you want me to answer that, Majid?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So well, one of the things that we've talked about, everyone knows that Vice DAO was acquired by us during the 12 days. We announced it during the 12 days. And one of the things that we're doing in the business is we're not just building, we are looking for business opportunities, or we're looking for stuff to acquire, or we're looking for new routes to market, or areas where we can align to or bring people in. Earlier on today, our amazing CEO sent an open letter to, is it worth saying who it is?
I think it's okay to leave the name for now,
Yeah.
but
So put an
sending
open letter to another to a project, not another project, to a project within this space that have been struggling, and the CEO's gone in and says, look, we can help you. We've got the tools, we've got the platforms, we've got the stuff. So that's been put out to this other to this project. We're waiting to hear back. I understand that a vote's going to be put forward of whether it's the path they want to go down. But what I want to demonstrate here is that we are a business that's thinking about the future. We are a business that's building. We are a business that's always looking. And I'm not going to compare us, but I've been in the adult industry 19 years, and there's another business within this within the adult space that did exactly that same thing. A small company called MindGeek that owns a small product called Pornhub. They were always on the lookout for new brands, and one of the things that they did is they built their own brands, and they built some very successful brands, as we all know. Pornhubs, Digital Playgrounds, Brazzers, all these big names. But they were also on the lookout for other businesses to acquire. And that's kind of what we're doing. We're looking for businesses that we can get involved in. Everyone knows that, and spoke openly about it, and Vice has mentioned before, they were struggling. So we want to help people within the crypto adult space, because we are a small space of people. We there's a lot of education. We're still growing, and if businesses around us fall, it's not good, because a lot of people invested time, energy, and money to try and do that. So if we can step in there and say the honourable thing, it is the honourable thing to make sure that the people around us don't fall. We are the leader, and if we can help other businesses do so, that is what we do. So that's what we've done with this open letter today. More will be obviously announced in due course, but that's what we're there to do. So hopefully that there's to be some more news to really confirm, but that's where we're going. We're always on the we do help people out, but we do grow as a business, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. And that's the big thing that I think you hit the nail on the head there, is that we are leading and pioneering this space. That is a fact, right? So we are setting the bar, and we are setting the example, and we are going to continue to do that, and we're going to continue to deliver on our promises. We're going to continue to, as all of us here, there are creators here as well. We know that Mark has discussed some of the amazing things that are happening on the adult side. I'm here to share with any of the crypto goers here as well, or any new members that have just maybe bought in. Our job as well is to growing our token, and to ensure that as many eyes and as much exposure as possible is given to what we believe is a high quality company and with all of our products that we have. So we're going to continue to do that. Stay tuned for more news. We have a lot that's coming our way, as you can see just from the roadmap itself. It's not only is it ambitious, yes, I understand, but there are elements of this where we're going to be delivering on these some of these points much sooner than you think as well. So no, we're here to try to underpromise and overdeliver. I want to thank everyone for being here on this call. If you know people that are interested in a project like ours, feel free to share it. A reason why I say that is because we don't want to have other people being left behind, and for them to say, why didn't you tell me sooner about this amazing opportunity? But at this moment right now, I do not believe I see any other questions. And I think that's also a great thing, because I think that if there aren't any questions at times, it means everybody is super silent in digesting and absorbing everything that we've spoken about on this call. So we will be doing these kinds of calls on a monthly basis. And sometimes bi-weekly as well. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to follow all of our socials as well. And we can just type site/socials on our main Telegram chat, and you can also be able to join all of them. And stay tuned for more news, because we have a lot more coming. I want to thank you all for being on this call. I always get fired up and excited being here. So we're gonna get back to work now, Mark, and we're gonna make sure that day in and day out we bring our goals to fruition, because at the end of the day, if you have without the right team and right execution in place, you don't get there. And unfortunately for us, we're making strides. And as after today, especially with the way the market was and the way that we've grown, it's very, very clear that there is a massive market interest in what we're doing. And we're going to keep honing in on that. So thank you everybody for being on the call.
Can I interrupt,
Yeah.
Majid? Because actually there's some questions, and what I don't want to do is that we've got lots of questions that come in. I don't want to not answer the questions because we know we're very transparent. So if you don't mind sticking around, so we've got a few questions about visits, etc. And currently we're getting 5,000 plus members, active users a month. Daily 250 to 300 at the moment. It's still slowly growing, and we've not even hit what we're doing. So we are still in growing stage, and we're working on a lot of ways of increasing traffic. Question about, are there any plans for creator mass onboarding? There will be, but that first and foremost is to grow the traffic, to grow the user base, to grow the fans. And people know me from my previous work I've done, and I brought a lot of creators to the table. The plan for the business at the moment is, yes, we will mass onboard creators, but at the moment we've got some fantastic creators already that are there. There's so many fantastic creators that are already there, and we just need to bring more fans, and that's the plan, and that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing with the sponsorship. That's what we're doing with the traffic. That's what we're doing with the things. So we are still growing, and we've got lots more to really do. So mass onboarding creators will come. Maybe you can ask this: are the pleasure dolls also to see with a VR goggles? Yes, will be. So yeah, do you want to?
Yeah. So Pleasureland, as you know, that's our adult metaverse. Actually, we are going to be releasing some very, very great videos around some particular releases around our pleasure pink dolls. And I mentioned about the pink passes as well. The big thing that we're doing is on this is, like something that I want to mention is we're going cutting edge in terms of and we're at the forefront of the tech side of the metaverse. So I will tell you something that, yes, we will be adding VR in the future on how you will be able to interact with these pink dolls. So that is 100% happening. 100% happening.
Cool. I just want to check, like I said, I want to give everyone an opportunity to ask any questions on this. I'm just trying to see if there's any more. If there's any more questions, please get them to us. One thing I wanted to add, we didn't actually add, Majid, that shows you where we are in terms of a business. We have been invited onto numerous Twitter spaces by the Polygon, for the Polygon All Roads Lead to Polygon. We have been invited onto those spaces to talk. They are mass spaces with thousands and thousands of listeners and people that tune in. That demonstrates what we're doing as a business. And we're probably the only adult business there. Then we go onto these. We go onto that. So, like I said, it just shows you where we are. We're in acquisition stage. We're out there looking at what we got. We're getting people approach us for different things. We're getting invited onto all these big platforms to see. Pleasure's got nominated for a content creator site of the year, fan site of the year. Yes, we're still early days, but everyone can see what we're doing. So everything you see, everything that we're being covered shows you where we are in terms of a business. There was one other question. What happened with the volume? I'm not too sure what that means.
I think they're just. I think they put a little wink there. I think that has to do with a lot of interested buyers over the last few days for our project. That's what it's all about there. So I think there was a hint of sarcasm in the question, but in a positive light. So.
Okay. Just any more questions? Just like I said, I just don't want to walk away and people not get an opportunity. We are transparent. We'll answer as much as we possibly can. So, were we trending today, Majid, or something? Was there something going on today? Was there some hype around our token today, or something?
Yeah, I think there was definitely hype around our token, but I think the big thing to focus on right now is that the fact that we've that we have many new members and new faces, and we're gonna keep zoning in on community engagement, as well as ensuring that we can continue to grow this to where it needs to be. I believe there's another question. Are there any plans to be more active as Reddit? Absolutely, yes. We were on quite a few Reddit channels today. The one thing about Reddit communities, and something that I understand, is there's a little bit, the individuals in the communities, they're a bit more slower to take action. So consistency for Reddit presence is very important. I look at Reddit like a ground game marketing initiative. And one thing with our new social media manager and some of the recent team member additions from Vice World as well, they have expertise on Reddit, and so we are growing our Reddit presence both within our Reddit official Reddit Pleasure Network community page, but also across all relevant subreddits as well. So stay tuned. There will be a lot more Reddit presence as we've shown today on our recent pinned announcement too.
And just to expand on that, I did kind of mention that. So we do have a social media manager that's come in. We've got Jordana that's doing that. So we will have stuff going out on the crypto Reddit side. We'll have stuff going out on the adult Reddit side. We're working with creators. There's lots of stuff that we're doing. We're not even hit the surface of what we're doing. So much that we're doing. So any more questions?
Don't be shy. This is your chance to ask. And if maybe you are shy to ask, or maybe you have thoughts of questions that pop into your mind, we have 24 hours around the clock. We have staff member support in our main chats, both the Discord and the Telegram. So make sure to ask your questions. We'll be very, very happy to answer them as well. So we'll give it maybe another moment. We'll see if anyone has any further questions. And it doesn't seem that there is any more. So
Amelia asked, Amazon is here because she heard my Ring doorbell. It could have been Amazon, could have been anything.
Yeah. Good. So again, I just want to mention, congratulations to all the new members that are here. You are in the right place. You have found a gem, and we're committed to our cause, and we won't stop until we get to where we want to be. And this is really just the beginning. You're here early. We've discussed a lot of amazing bullish points around what has happened, what is happening, and what's to come. So I want you all to be amped up the way I am for it, and to keep an eye out for further news, because we do have a lot of catalysts that are coming our way, and this is just the starting trigger point for all of that. So on behalf of the core team and all staff from the Pleasure Network entity that we are, we want to thank you all for being here. We will be doing more of these in due time, at least once a month as well. And we look forward to chatting with you all again soon. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, everyone.